Hey y'all, it's Saturday, September 9th, 2023. Heading to Buckner, Missouri tonight for the MSTPA and Outlaws. And looking forward to it. Ought to be a pretty good show. Great weather. Tell you what, we were at Buckner last year and they rained out the first night, or the initial night. Luckily the MSTPA stuck around and they were able to salvage that pool. They were able to have it on a Sunday. And it wasn't for lack of effort that they rained out. I know Ken Summers and some of his friends, they had a helicopter up there trying to dry the track out, and got it dried up. They had a lot of rain, and like I say, luckily we're able to have it. So, but this year, I mean, it's a beautiful 80 degrees, sunny. So they definitely got the weather on their side this year, so it ought to be a good night. Don't really know what to expect when I get here. Last year I kind of set up the west side of the track down the end of the wall where they kind of pull in. It wasn't terrible, but I did have some issues with some folks getting in the way. So a few years ago when I was there, I actually just filmed from the top of the bleachers. So that's actually kind of where I'm leaning towards tonight. I'll just have to see how it goes when I get there, see what it looks like. Promoter did say, come holler at him, if I need any help or whatever. So we'll see how it goes. Just gonna make the best choices for the best footage. There's 2 tracks, so obviously the packing equipment is going to be an issue, which it always is. There's really no way around that with one camera. Even with a lift, I mean, in order to get up high enough for the packing equipment to not be an issue, you would be looking at 30-40 feet and filming straight down at the roofs and the tops of the hoods of these trucks and tractors. So not really ideal. So I usually just roll with it. I mean, if the rhythm happens to fall where one blocks a run, I mean, that's just how it is. It's something that I can't do anything about it. Nobody else can do anything about it. So I don't really worry about it that much anymore. Obviously, it does kind of suck for whoever's run that is. They kind of get gypped out of a video, but yeah, we're gonna jump off here and probably see you all up there. Trying not to sound like an old man here, but in my younger days, 20 years ago, most of my Saturday nights would be spent right here. Central Missouri Speedway. Whether it be behind the wheel of a car or underneath the car crewing, had buddies that did it and always went and helped when I couldn't run. But I actually turned the first laps I ever turned in a race car right there at Warrensburg at Central Missouri Speedway. So I can't drive past there and not feel a little bit nostalgic. Had a lot of good times back then out there, and stuff I would love to go back and do again. It's just was a whole different time period in my life, and a time that I'll always cherish. It's pretty cool. They've revived the old I-70 Speedway, putting in a new drag strip. It's supposed to have NHRA there. I think we need to figure out how to have truck and tractor pull there. Be a good spot. made it to Buckner. Then I mean me and my camera here. So just on the hunt for a filming spot. All right, well, it looks like this is gonna be the spot. We'll probably have some people out here, but I just don't know a better solution. And this worked out pretty good for me last time I was up here. So they got the full pull pay-per-view people are here too, so I think they're on the other side. So this way I'll be out of their way and they won't be in my way, and hopefully we can get some good shots here tonight. So track's looking great. Already a lot of people here, a lot of pullers. An hour 15 minutes till showtime. I'm gonna go and hopefully get a GoPro put on Craig Ogle's tractor since it didn't work last time. Maybe get the drone in the air, and yeah, here we go. I've lost my drone. Don't really know how, but let's see if I can find it. Well, good news. Even though it says it's disconnected, I found it. So, crisis averted. Well, that was super stressful. Luckily, the drone just stayed hovering in one spot. I don't really know what caused that. I thought I'd never had that happen, but the more I think about it, it did happen once before. But when that happened, it just kind of reset itself and then reconnected. So this time it did not. Luckily, Trey and the Greens actually was down there when I said, hey, have you all seen a drone crash anywhere? And I said, I think it was over here somewhere. And I looked up. Trey says, is that it? And so I started moving the controls, and it started moving, even though it wasn't. I couldn't see anything on my screen, and it said it wasn't connected. So I was able to land it, luckily. So the rest of the video from tonight will be filmed from the ground. Crazy. I get that figured out. See how it goes. this level doesn't work, I may just end up pulling it off of the tripod and just doing a handheld. Kind of have it staggered on this bleacher. There's not enough room down here to really get it up there. I could try it. It would be steady, but not steady side to side. So see how it goes. It's about showtime. Beautiful night. So far so good with this setup. It's a different angle than I'm used to. It's below me instead of at eye level, so I kind of got to handle it differently, but it's been working out.
I interviewed him a few years ago at Countdown Showdown. He won there a few years back. I didn't run it back then. It definitely is. If I can see more of them out,
just a slight issue, not a huge deal, but there's a bunch of banners down there that block my view of the starting line, but there's nothing I can do about it, so I work around it. Not really gonna kill me. Just can't see the initial start going. You know, to go along with that, what I was saying with the banners, if I was to sit up right down there, I'd have to look past every one of those banners all the way down. So really being up higher, even though I got to deal with those banners, it's still better than seeing all the banners all the time. So, tell you what, there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people here. It's good to see. All the way around the other side. Pretty much standing room only.
Top five in the Pro Stock Tractor Division here. Number 5, lead the class with 1 to go. Now this is the bullet.
Things have been going pretty decent. Did just have an issue. It's my own fault. I think the camera shut off about 3/4 of the way through Philip Chrysler's run because battery went dead. And I've got an external battery. It runs down here into here. And the problem was this switch had gotten knocked to where it was off. So all I had to do was turn that back on. Now we're back in business. But I should have paid better attention to that. Delton out here throwing some stuff out, getting the crowd hyped up.
got the prizes up here and needs your autograph on that case ice badge. All right, folks, next puller. Last one in out.
Hey, that's a wrapping Buckner. Cleared out in a hurry. Had a great time, another great night of pulling. Getting down towards the end of the season for me. Probably maybe 4 more events, maybe 5, something like that. So then it's time for bow hunting. Y'all have a good night. See you next time.